Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVP World. You're watching another edition of Military Mind, bringing you news from the front lines. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee. Russia has launched a large-scale drone attack across Ukraine overnight, targeting the capital Kyiv and damaging infrastructure in the Black Sea port of Odessa, according to Ukrainian officials. The State Emergency Service reported one person wounded, along with damage to warehouse and cargo trucks in Odessa following the multi-wave strike, which the Ukrainian Air Force believes involved 87 attack drones and 4 missiles. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces struck a major oil transshipment facility in Feodosia in Russian-occupied Crimea. A significant explosion was reported at the site, which Ukraine's military confirmed was used to support the Russian army. In addition, Ukrainian forces have been pushing on in the Kursk region, particularly in the Glushkovsky area and southeast of Sudzha. Russian forces have also launched assaults in that region near Novy Put. Now, on the front line in Ukraine, intense fighting persists in the Kharkiv direction. Russian troops have stormed Ukrainian positions near Saritsya and Volchansk. In the east, fighting remains the hardest in the Liman, Kharkove, and Pokrovsk sectors. Ukrainian forces have advanced near the Volcha River, successfully preventing Russian forces from breaking through the southern defensive flank of Pokrovsk. In the Volodar sector, Russian forces have pushed on with their offensive north of the city. Now, turning to the Middle East, it has been 1 year since Hamas launched its attack on Israel, killing over 1,100 people and taking around 250 others captive. In Lebanon, Beirut saw one of the heaviest Israeli airstrikes of the conflict overnight, with massive explosions reported over the Hezbollah stronghold of Dahiyah. 8 Russian artillery guns have been destroyed thanks to drones crowdsourced by the communities of Serhiy Sternenko and Serhiy Prytula. Now, this success highlights just how crucial the support provided by the public and these organizations is in strengthening Ukraine's defense capabilities, enabling precise strikes on Russian positions and significantly reducing Moscow's personnel and firepower reserves. Ukrainian forces are hitting Russian positions hard in the Kharkiv region, with the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade deploying their fire-breathing FPV drones. The brigade's UAVs dispersed incendiary mixture over Russian position concealed in a tree line as assault teams move up to wipe out their bunkers and dugouts. They also took out a 2B9 Vasilik motor and neutralized yet another Russian UAZ-452 Bukhanka vehicle. Take a look. Restless Russian assaults continue on the Kursk front. Now, despite suffering massive losses, the occupiers are pushing on with large-scale attacks on the Ukrainian position near the village of New York. In this clip coming up, see Russian forces send waves after waves of fresh troops to storm the fortified position of the 12th Azov Special Purpose Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine. All enemy attacks were successfully repelled thanks to combined efforts of strike drones, artillery, tanks, and infantry from Azov and allied forces. And we're closing this episode out with footage from the Kursk region showing soldiers from the so-called Dragons group finding themselves under fire from a Russian machine gunner. Despite the rain of fire, the Ukrainian fighters are holding their ground, showcasing their resilience and determination. Let's take a look.
Пошли. Це Вова чи ні? Прямо 11 метрів.
And with that footage, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.